When you're in one of your analytical views in your Revit structure model, you can actually alter the analytical properties. So if I go and select, let's say, a beam or a column, for example, let's go to one of these columns over here or a beam. You can see there's bracing everywhere and so on. I want to select a beam though, so I'll go for that analytical beam right there. So if I select that now, you'll see obviously when I select it, the properties palette changes and tells me it's an analytical beam right there. So if I scroll down now, you can see that I can edit all of the analytical properties in the properties palette. Things like analyze as, analytical links, and if I scroll up here, you can see things like my start and my end release and so on and so forth. So that's where you edit your analytical properties. Now, each type of analytical element includes those properties for structural analysis and the element's connection to the physical Revit model. So what you've got to do there is make sure that they're all working before you do your export out to your structural analysis software. Now you can change the analytical alignments as well in properties, and sometimes you set those alignments to auto detect, but more often than not you sometimes require the projection to be set to a specific location within the element itself. So a column might extend beyond a slab to represent a true graphical appearance of column splicing. However, analytically it should be set to the level of the slab. So this is the required location for analysis when exporting the analytical model. Now, if you want to change those methods, what you want to do is obviously select the element that you want to work with, so something like an analytical column. Now to do that, I need to come out of a plan view, so I'll just hit escape a couple of times there to deselect that beam. And what we'll do, we'll go into our analytical 3D view again. And what I can do here is I can zoom in on a corner, nice and tight. We'll zoom in nice and tight on that corner we looked at earlier. So there we go there. If I select that column now, like so, that's a structural column, but I need the analytical column. So if I click there, like that, there's my column there. If I scroll down, you'll see there's all the structural information, but no analytical information there. Because what I need to do is actually click on the analytical part of the model. So if I click there, like so, it's still selecting the structural model. So what I need to do here is do an analytical adjustment. So I can select analytical adjust, like so. That's in the Analyze tab on the ribbon. And what I can do there is start manually adjusting the objects themselves. So if I click on that now, you'll see the properties change and it's now an analytical column. Can you see that? So that's how I adjust all of these properties within my analytical model in Revit Structure.